Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Look Forward. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my co-host, Brad.
I got to admit, I was a little concerned coming into this week because, short week for us. We recorded last Thursday. Wasn't sure how much news that we'd actually have between, then and now. This is Tuesday. We're recording this for those of you that don't know when we try to record the show. Right. But then I forgot because I don't follow the goings-ons of conservative politics like the back of my hand. That the Turning Point USA Groomer Conference was this past weekend, which provided some ridiculous quotes that we can talk about. So that's exciting. In terms of that, I'm calling it the Groomer Conference, by the way, because Turning Point USA markets itself to like college and high school age students to try to convert them to Republicanism. And groomer seems an appropriate term for what they're trying to do to kids.
I mean, quite literally, right? Like, it doesn't mean anything else, right?
Yeah,
like,
no, absolutely not.
Yeah, it's just a term. It's a term, guys. It's just out there. I mean, it's a little weird that Matt Gaetz spoke at that, but but that just reinforces the term. Really,
did you see Mark Short, Mike Pence's former chief of staff?
I did see that.
About Matt Gaetz at Turning Point.
What do you think of what Gaetz said? I don't really care what Gaetz says because he's probably going to be in jail for sleeping with underage girls in 86
frankly,
months.
I'm surprised they let him speak at that conference.
Yeah, look, I feel like the Pence boys are out, man. Like, we'll talk about that, but I think the guns are coming a little bit.
Yeah,
I feel like the lines are being drawn, and I think we're going to start to see some like pretty decent knifing in the open, which I'm looking forward to. You knife, we decide. That sort of thing. All right, so let's get right into it. Brad, this you got this first story, so let's talk about it.
Yeah, like I said, this broke a couple hours before we recorded tonight, and Jay, I need you to help me pump the brakes because I am somewhat flabbergasted that Department of Justice leaked out that they are indeed investigating the Trump administration for doings.
Yeah. Okay. So, and specifically, not just the Trump administration, but specifically looking at Trump and his involvement with the fake electors. Now, there were two people who went on under the guy's anonymity so they could talk about this. Look, I think you should take it with a grain of salt, like a huge grain of salt. Yes and no, right? I think you should take it from a huge grain of salt from the perspective of it's people in the DOJ and they don't want to they're tired of getting hammered, right? Saying, they're not doing anything, they're not doing anything, they're not doing anything. And especially getting hammered from the left, obviously. And to some degree, I can understand people on the left's, viewpoint, right? Where I take it kind of at them at their word is I also think it's not just for the same reason. Like, I also think like, here's some information, please shut up about us not doing anything, right? Like, I think it is 100% possible. I think it is 100% possible that people in the DOJ are like, we're just tired of hearing about it. We're not really doing anything. We're just tired of hearing about it. And I think it's also a distinctly real possibility that they're like, no, we are doing something. If you morons could just shut up for a minute and let us do our job, right? And I think I tend to lean on that side. How extensively they go in after Trump and his sort of inner circle, that remains to be seen. I don't understand the argument that they're doing nothing. Like, I fundamentally don't understand that argument. That feels like that's just like a patience issue, right? And they're like, well, why haven't you indicted these people? And look at all this evidence you haven't indicted these people.
Also a massive misunderstanding of how DOJ goes about their work. Like, they are deliberate, they are quiet. And that's why I was so surprised about this, because they very specifically do not let stuff leak out. And which makes me wonder, like, is this a leak or is this a planned leak? Like, is this something that they are allowing to kind of make their way into the ether, knowing how tight-lipped they keep stuff? Or do you think that a couple high-up folks, or maybe not even high-up folks, maybe some lower folks, just went rogue because, like you said, they're tired of being hit, saying that they're not doing anything?
I think it's more likely sort of lower folks. I don't think Merrick Garland gives a fuck. I think he doesn't care if you yell at him or not. I think that guy lives in a windowless room when it comes to this kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I do have to imagine people at the DOJ, after dealing with what they've dealt with for 4 years under Trump, are probably a bit annoyed. And look, I don't give a shit if they are annoyed. Like, I'm not like, oh, what was them, right? But I have to imagine they're a little bit annoyed because they're like, this is the most serious case, arguably, political corruption, stuff like that they've ever dealt with. This is more serious than Watergate. It easily is, right? This is a fucking coup, like an internal coup, right? So, like, not even an internal coup, but a coup quite literally led by a former, or at the time, the current president. Like, we've never seen something like that. Like when I read people's comments online and I read articles about it, people talk as if this is just like bargain basement regular political shit. Like, oh, he took a couple bribes on camera and like, let's get him. Like, no, dude, this is a thing that it's like, it's not measure twice, cut once. This is like measure 100 times and cut once.
because you only get one cut.
You only get one shot, man. Right. And
so,
if you fuck this, like that's it. And this guy walks. And then you've given the blueprint on how to do this again, right? To a future person who just has to be a little bit smarter. Just a little bit smarter, not a lot smarter, right? I think Ron DeSantis is a little bit smarter, right? Like if he got enough of the backing of the party, and it wouldn't take a lot to do that, he could pull off something like this. They have put shit in place to very much allow this to happen already with the laws that are changing in the state legislatures. So, God forbid that case that's coming in front of the Supreme Court that basically gives states the right to just ignore the will of the people in voting anyway. Like, that's coming, which will probably fuck us anyway. But there is at least some level of a firewall right now. It's a small one, but there is some, right? And then just the luck of like, these guys are criminal idiots. But you have to get this right. So I don't understand the arguments of like, they're not doing anything. They're not doing anything. Like, you don't actually have proof of that at all. What you have is they haven't done what you want them to do yet. Now, when they're like, case closed, everybody, nothing's been done, then you have every right to go full board on telling us how shitty they are. But right now, it's just kind of like, we're quite literally waiting. We know there's an investigation going on.
Not only are they not doing anything, but literally they've made arrests, they've made plea bargains, they've tried people have been convicted. Just not Donald Trump or anyone in his direct orbit. But the guys in the top take the longest to get to. Right.
Like, do you think that they took down the mob in an afternoon? They didn't take down the mob in a year.
Nor did they go after John Gotti first and then let everything crumble down from there.
Right. That's not how it works. You knock John Gotti off the top of the deck. Guess what? There's a new fucking person who takes over. You have to destroy the organization from the ground up. And, some people have said, well, this needs to, be more than just a hub and spoke investigation and stuff like that. I've seen that. And again, the DOJ in this case, in a lot of cases, is a black box. You don't know what they're doing. You have no idea. That is not me on some like copium fucking bullshit where I'm just like, but they're really gonna fucking do it all. I don't know. But the thing is, neither do you. We don't know. But what we do know, I think, is significant. Like you said, they have made arrests. They have rolled up people. Look, my biggest thing is the fastest way to get to Donald Trump and his inner circle on this fake elector shit is to pull in those fucking electors. That's the easiest thing, because those motherfuckers are regular people. They don't want that smoke. They're not trying to go to jail for 30 years. They're not. Put the heat on them, and they'll be like, nah, he told me to do it. And then you go to the next person, and this guy told me to do it. And then before you know it, you're at Peter Navarro, or you're at, Don Jr., or whatever. Who the fuck knows? But it won't take you that long to get there. Do I know that they're doing that? No, I don't know. But I do know that they've now brought in Mike Pence's like top aide, having him give testimony in front of a grand jury. That happened. That came out yesterday. That's a big deal, right? Like, and it's about this shit. So you can't say they're not doing anything because you don't know what the end result is. But lack of information as far as an end result does not equal nothing being done. Come on. Like that's a silly, to me, that's a very silly argument. But yeah, take this with a grain of salt. But I think it's equally possible on like taking the same exact argument that it's just like, shut up, leave us alone. We're not really doing anything, or shut up, leave us alone. We're absolutely doing shit. Just give us a minute. And I think the chances of you seeing like big indictments is likely before the midterms. That's my guess. Now I know they would be like, well, we don't want to do it, right before elections or whatever, but you kind of got to hit them. You got to hit them because you got to knock people out of the box before they start running for president and shit like that. So
not only that, but you can make the argument that the precedent's already been set. Like James Comey already opened that door. So
yeah, 3 days before. Right. So I don't know. You can just arrest Trump on the day of the midterms. Like, yeah, here he is on TV. Just fucking throw him in handcuffs. But look, I think you're very likely to see high level indictments late summer, early fall. I wouldn't be surprised. So, I mean, Trump has said that he wants to get out there in the fall and be like, I'm running for president, and I'm sure they're like, okay,
yeah, you're running all right.
Yeah, well, you're gonna run with this fucking indictment, like. But I think at this point, I think they would be ridiculous to not indict him. I think like whether they fight that hard to make it stick, I can't. I mean, it would be weird if they didn't like fight for it, but I just can't imagine with the level of information that we have, him saying they're not here to hurt me. Like, to me, that might be one of the biggest smoking guns we've got, right? So like, I just can't imagine him saying, don't worry about it. Like, I don't see how they could.
Well, and if you like, the problem also with trying to come out there and be like, we don't want to upset the political process, is that if you take that stance, then you are basically telling him, hey, as long as you run for president, like, we're not going to touch you. And that's not the precedent that you want to set at all.
That's a terrible precedent. So, we'll see. But no, I think people should pump the brakes on the article, but like just a little bit. Like, you maybe throw a little gas on there, if you're going around a bend, like, that's fine. Like, you can get a little excited, but don't get too crazy. Because you don't know which way this cuts. But my guess is it cuts on the same exact line. Yeah. Next up, more leaked audio from Steve Bannon. I forgot to clip this.
Recently convicted.
That's Steve true. Bannon. That's true. You know what? While you're doing that, let me see if I can get this audio to play. Let's talk about Steve Bannon being convicted, because that felt good, right?
It felt pretty good. I also thought the trial was hilarious because the trial lasted less than a week.
Yeah, it did.
Department of Justice literally called 2 witnesses to testify and then rested their case. Steve Bannon's team, after the prosecution rested their case, attempted to get the charges dismissed due to lack of evidence or lack of the like the prosecution's inability to prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt. The judge was like, no, and the defense is like, well, we have no case, so we rest as well. Let's go right to closing arguments. They didn't call a single witness.
What a fucking
and then Steve Bannon got convicted, which he is going to appeal. So that is a thing that'll happen.
Yeah, but that's not surprising.
But if he does lose the appeal, he does face a minimum of, was it 30 days in prison, up to a year, and also potentially up to $100,000 in fines, which again is not what Steve Bannon deserves, but it will still bring a smile to my face knowing for at least 30 days he will not be able to breathe free air and have his pocket lightened that much more, because he is a ghoul. And he looked like he was dressed for prison at the trial anyway. So
he looks like, my name is Steve Bannon. Can I be wearing any more clothes? Like he had like 4 shirts on. I'm like, dude,
and also like
what are you doing?
He had shirts. I assume the shirts had pockets, but he was wearing pens in like the button down portion of the shirt. He had like pens clipped to the front of his shirt.
He's a bum. Like, he's a bum, right?
He is a bum.
Like he's an actual bum, and not a Harvard bum. He's just a bum. All right, so let's play a little We have this queued up now. Let's play a clip of Steve Bannon, more of this Mother Jones series of leaked information from Steve Bannon. This is pre the 2020 election.
It's very close to winning outright then and shutting down Trump. That the hard drive from hell stopped his momentum. Then the other thing is the way we drove up Biden's negatives. The only thing that stopped the momentum was the hard drive from hell, right? And two parts of that were Luda's editorial creativity over the pictures, and really the CCP involvement. That's what shocked the American people. Sleepy Joe, he never drove up Biden's negatives. It was only when we got the hard drive and got it to you that in the post. Yeah. If you look at here's what the Bidens fucked up. From the day the Post story came out, and then you started pumping out, we got you the stuff, and you started just dumping it out, and then the internet started picking up, and they suppressed it. Remember, the best thing that happened to us was Twitter and Facebook suppressing it, because then everybody wants to see it. Remember, we hammered this guy every day for 10 days with the worst pictures in the world, drug addict, taking money from CCP, from Chinese spies. No response. Nothing. And the negatives just keep going up because people are sitting there going, I didn't know that about Joe Biden, but Joe Biden, not one person came out and said those pictures are not true, right? Nobody came out and said anything you're saying is not true. Even the wildest allegations, when Trump got COVID and when Trump had that first debate, within that 1 week period, Biden could have put him away. The campaign would have been over. Biden would have won with 500 electoral votes. But they didn't do it, and we were able to stop it. So now, I'm not saying Trump's going to win, but we have a fighting chance.
Very ominous. Oh my God.
Here's my contention with what Steve Bannon said. It's not like the Washington Post was running like the pictures of Hunter Biden's, shirt off, smoking, and all that shit next to Joe Biden. It does on Breitbart. Anyone that's reading Breitbart is not fucking voting for Joe Biden anyway. Like you weren't changing anyone's electoral minds and hearts because, again, as we've said many times before, social media is not real life. Like if you're relying on what's going on social media to move the needle in Middle America, that's not correct. The only people that were keying in on the Hunter Biden bullshit during the 2020 election were Fox News watchers.
Right. Nobody cares. Here's the thing. Most people don't even realize what Joe Biden's son's name is.
Yeah.
They don't know. They don't give a shit. Also, it's not relevant. Oh, he's a drug addict. Yeah, dude. Like, in this country, is the argument, oh, this guy's a drug addict, what a loser. Yeah, we're having an opioid epidemic, my guy. Like, everybody has friends and family who are drug addicts, right? Like, so this is not a big thing.
It's not even unique among presidents. Barack Obama has an insane half brother. Bill Clinton's brother
Roger
was
Clinton. Roger Clinton, right? Yeah. Like, Frank Stallone, right? Like there's always a loser brother. There's always one. That's how you know you'll make it, right? Like, if you got a loser brother, you're like,
if your sibling, your child sucks, you
got a real shot at fame, man. Like, you really do. It's unfortunate. Sacrifices must be made. But like, it's to me, it's ridiculous, right? It's ridiculous that he thought that this is what stopped the momentum. No, it isn't. What stopped the momentum is like Donald Trump is president, and then like when the election gets close, people go, well, do I still want to back my guy or not? Like, that's it. This idea that he was going to win 500 electoral votes, no, he wasn't. That was never going to happen. What he is right is that Trump looked fucking real bad after getting COVID. Like, that was a time where people were like, oh, you fucked up. Like, if he had really suffered with COVID, like, publicly, that he would have lost by more. Like, that's 100% true. But he didn't, because they just shot his ass up with everything, like every bit of ivermectin and whatever other garbage they could find. And then he luckily survived. Unfortunate for everyone on earth. But, so like, Bannon is completely wrong when it comes to like why the race tightened. It's not because of that laptop, dude. It's not. No one gives a fuck about it. People still don't care. Oh, it's Chinese spies. No one gives a fuck, dude. No one cares. You guys do realize that the reason that you guys got impeached the last time was coming up with some bullshit foreign conspiracy, right? Like that's the first time that you got impeached, right? It was, we're not going to give weapons to Ukraine. All right, cool. You get impeached for that shit. Like
it's more Republican projection as well, I think, because again, they look at Trump and they look at the fact that Trump's family are firmly ingrained in positions of power, not only in the White House, but there's no way that Trump didn't still have his hands in some way, shape, or form on his company while he was also president as well. And I'm sure he was getting regular updates from his kids. So they just assume like, oh, this is clearly how everyone does it. It's like, no, the other presidents typically leave their family. There's a fucking firewall there between, except like First Lady, obviously, is there doing stuff. But for the most part, like kids, siblings, stuff like that,
no.
Like, we're gonna create a bubble around this and let it rock.
Yeah. So, I mean, you're absolutely right. It's mostly projection. Also, it's huge projection because Donald Trump's son literally is out here just on that fucking cocaine constantly. Constantly. Like, you can talk all this shit about Hunter Biden you want to. Don Jr. is out here on TV high as a fucking kite with Bobby Brownjaw. Get the fuck out of here, dude. He is so high all the time. All the time. Him and his girlfriend.
Oh,
like, God. I feel like she doesn't get enough credit. She's a cokehead too.
I don't know how you can tell because her face doesn't move typically when she speaks.
I know a crackhead when I see one. Okay, like they're out there. They're the white Bobby and Whitney. Get the fuck out of here. Those two are both on drugs.
I found out, by the way, that I am the same age as Eric Trump, which is really weird. Because I thought Eric Trump was like in his 40s, his late 40s.
He's not. Wait, he's not?
He's not even 40. He's 38.
Wow, dude. That's crazy. How old is Don Jr.?
50.
Holy shit.
He's like
no, he's not. No, he's not, Brad. No, he's 40. He's 44.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what cocaine will do to you. No, he actually looks about mid-40s.
Does he? Okay.
Yeah, he actually looks mid-40s. He's riding that cocaine pretty hard. Dude, I'm telling you, in like 2 years, he's going to look 20 years old. He's going to look like shit. Good. Hopefully he just goes away. You know what that means. Anyway, I mean retire.
Yes,
this mortal coil is what I mean. That family sucks. But look, going after Hunter Biden is a useless thing. It's a useless proposition. It didn't work in 2020. It's not going to work in 2024. It's just not going to work. Look, I told you the one thing that Biden fucked up on that he could have used the Hunter Biden thing. He could have turned it because look, Joe Biden's superpower is taking his life experience and like fucking bringing that story into like the Americana of that, of like that common experience with the everyday man. Because like the guy has gone through fucking hell, like he has across his life. It's been pretty rough for him. I would have said like, yeah, I would have done a press conference with my son standing next to me. I'd be like, you know what? My son did have a drug addiction. And you know what? It's sad. That is our personal fucking issue. Like, this is not a political issue. But if you want to talk about drug abuse, you want to talk about what it does to families, how about a lot of families in this country understand what it's like because of the opioid epidemic and spin that shit. Make the Republican Party come out against it. Because guess what? Spoiler alert, your constituents are dealing with it more than Democrats are.
Yeah.
And I would be like, we need to help these people. It's not okay to shame them into it's an addiction. Our job should be to help them. Why don't you join with me, Republicans? Because that's the politician move, right? You extend the hand because you got the other hand coming to fucking smack him in the back of the head. But you extend that hand and be like, I call on Republicans and Democrats to join with me to work on the opioid epidemic so that we can help, just like I helped my son get through this, we can help other Americans get through their shit. That's what you should have done. That's the one thing Biden didn't do that I think he should have, because you'd be hard pressed as the press not to report on that. You'd be like, holy shit, that's a fucking call out. And Republicans would look crazy to be like, nah, fuck that. Like, you'd look crazy. They'd do it anyway, but you could at least hammer them on it. You can hammer them on it.
Not only that, but like in 2024, like they're going to have plenty regular politics shit that they can hammer Joe Biden on if they really want to run against him. Like Hunter Biden is the last thing that should be on your mind when going against Joe Biden.
That's for QAnon shit. Yeah. It is. It's that's red meat for the QAnon. Oh, there's pedo shit, right? Because all these people who are totally normal are really obsessed with pedophilia. Okay. Yeah. And yet they keep arresting conservatives for pedophilia. It's weird. It's so weird. You guys just keep yelling about it. Next up, this is I have some things. I have some thoughts on this, Brad. Yeah. Next up, Marjorie Taylor Greene was at the Turning Point USA Groomers Conference, and she was out there and she's like, listen, I got some new words. I got some new fire to drop for you young teens with your TikToks and your Tumblrs. And so she got out there and, she did her cave woman thing and decided to put her giant foot, which I think has only 3 toes in it, in her mouth. So here you go.
But there's nothing wrong with Make America Great Again. That's the mindset that we need to have. And then there's another mindset that we need to have. And this one's very important. I call myself a nationalist. Oh, you guys don't think it's a bad word either. As a matter of fact, it's not a bad word, because if you're a nationalist, that means you care about your country, which we should. Now, all of our tax dollars are hard-earned tax dollars. They should go towards our country, isn't that right? They should go for things like our border and border security. True? They should pay for programs that affect America, not build schools and roads and border walls in other countries, right?
Okay, look.
That didn't even have like the money quote in there.
Oh no, that she's a Christian. She's a Christian nationalist.
Yeah, she's a Christian nationalist.
Because Jesus.
Before you get into this, I just want to point out that words do indeed mean things.
Yeah, I pulled up the definition of nationalism.
They have definitions as well.
You're a little in the dark, Brad. You need to burn more dead fetuses if you could.
Give me a second. I'll fire up a dead baby. According to the Oxford Dictionary, it's fucking Brits. A nationalist is, quote, a person who strongly identifies with their own nation and vigorously supports its interest, especially to the exclusion or detriment of the interest of other nations.
Mm-hmm.
Or to say it more simply, if you were a American nationalist, you could just say America first. That could be a real shorthand way to make that to get that point across.
Yeah, look, that's not good. I know that they think that being a nationalist, because they don't really understand words, as we discussed last week with the word abortion. They don't get it. They're trying to make this is about loving this country, right? Loving this country more than other countries because we're the greatest country on earth, or whatever fucking horseshit they tell each other, right? There is no greatest country on the planet. That's a dumb thing to say because every country is different and has good things.
And also, if there were, America would certainly not be it.
Yeah, like if we're like. What are the demographics and the requirements that make it the greatest country? Because if we're going by like hardline, like education and like general happiness and health and like, we're not at the top. We're not even close.
The only consideration that happens that there is for greatest country in the world is vibes. What are the vibes like? Are the vibes good? Then it's the greatest.
Well, I would argue the vibes are fucking off.
The vibes are bad.
We got a couple of bad vibes going. No, I think to consider yourself the greatest country in the world, I think it's just hubris. Like, I think that's all it is. It's just hubris. But they're trying to gamify yet another word in the English language, right? So they will take off the part about the exclusionary, or they, not even that they'll take off the exclusionary part of other nations. They'll just play it like as if that's not a negative, right? They just, oh, no. It's because we care so much about ourselves. Okay, cool. So can we have healthcare then? Well, I mean, what are you, a commie? Like, get out of here, right? Like, I would, not that I would support them because they're fucking lunatics, but I would support this idea of what they think nationalism is if they actually gave a fuck about people here. They don't. They do everything in their power to suppress people here and make sure that they don't have things, right? Now double that, and they're calling themselves Christian nationalist. I'll get to Doug Mastriano in a second in Pennsylvania. Boy, what a quote for one of his guys. But they're talking about, yes, they America first, right? But then they're taking Christianity and dumping that on top of it. If only there was a hooded organization that did such a thing. I don't know. History,
some sort of clan that banded together.
Yes. If only I had a clue. So, this idea of adding Christianity on top of that is nationalism, America first, but Christian, the Christian religion first and foremost, right, and the only thing that matters.
And not even just the Christian religion, but just like people that we think deserve to be in the mix, as evidenced by the money quote from old Matty Gates at Turning Point this weekend, where he talked about why is it that you see the only people advocating for abortion rights are people that you wouldn't want to get pregnant anyway, was literally something he said, or something to that effect.
Yeah, and then when, fat and ugly or some shit like that.
And then when confronted with it, like, hey, do you regret saying that? He's like, nope, not at all. I meant it. So good job,
of course. Look. Here's the thing for journalists and general political, junkies writ large. Stop trying to shame these people.
Yeah,
they don't have shame. They mean exactly what they're saying. They know what they're saying. They're dumb, but they're dumb about like policy and shit. Like throwing out red meat. They're not dumb on that shit. They know exactly what they're saying. Like, oh, do you regret it? Fuck no, they don't regret it. That's a stupid ass question. Why even waste your breath asking them? Of course he doesn't regret it, because he got a fucking cheers out of that shit. The question you should be asking him is, does he regret doing what he did once he's behind bars? That, when you put the mic through the bars, that's the question to ask, right? That's what you do. So, look, her going full on Christian nationalist is a wild move. Doug Mastriano seems to be doing the same thing. We'll get to him in just a second. He's running for governor in Pennsylvania, or he is the Republican candidate. Yeah. So like that die has been cast. Here's how I feel about it. Start your own party.
Mm-hmm.
The Republican Party isn't good enough for you. Start your own party. You'll get a lot of people to follow you. Like, it won't be a little number, but it won't be as many. And that's all I care about. Start your own party. And like, just do that. I think somebody should tell Marjorie Taylor Greene. Like, I feel like she'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. And just fucking go. Trump could be the presidential candidate for the Christian Nationalist Party. Trump said something like about Christian nationalism this week. Not about that specific term, but like how we need to, this country should only bend the knee basically to God, which is weird because that motherfucker doesn't believe in God.
Not even a little bit.
No,
he is a transactional Christian insofar as he needs to believe as much as he needs to believe to have the keys to the car.
Right. Well, I would argue he does believe in God to some extent, and where he believes in God is God we trust because it's on the fucking money. Like that's about it. That's as far like his Christianity extends the length of a coin.
I'll put it to you like this: there's like, you know how a lot of devout Christians will always thank God for the success successes that befall them in their life. Donald Trump has never once thanked God for any success.
No, he literally has not. Thank me. I'm awesome. Holy shit, look how cool I am, right? Like, no, because he doesn't give a fuck about God. And it's amazing how people are like, Barack Obama hasn't been to church. I'm like, he's the president. Like, they don't have time to go to church on Sundays. And like, Donald Trump hasn't been to church. Well, I'm sure that he prays at home. Oh, well, that's very convenient for your bullshit. Like, you're sure of it? I'm positive he does not.
And meanwhile, Joe Biden does make time to go to church, but he's Catholic, so we don't really count that.
No, and he's also cool with abortion, so doubly not good. What's that quote from fucking Lauren Boebert? They may try to drive me to my knees, but as a Christian, that's where I'm the most powerful. It's like, well,
one of the best quotes of all time.
Like, you guys really don't live in the real world, man. Like, I would never tweet that. Like, I would never tweet that. That's a wild tweet, man. It's a wild tweet. I mean, unless you got an OnlyFans, man, I don't recommend you tweeting shit like that. Like, like, now come to my OnlyFans this weekend.
When politics and porn accidentally intersect.
Yeah. In her case, accidentally.
Yeah.
No. I was never Ted Cruz's escort. Okay, not Ted Cruz. Who else though? Like,
yeah, where was the emphasis placed in that sentence? That's the question. I was never Ted Cruz's escort.
Yeah, I mean, you can't imagine the other politicians I was blowing. But that's okay. God bless. It's the hypocrisy. It's not the work. So yeah, look, I think it's super interesting that she's on board for that. Not surprised. But here's a quote from Doug Mastriano's consultant for his campaign, who's also the CEO of Gab. If you don't know, that's a social media platform where racist bigots from the right get together to circle jerk each other off. Yeah. He says that he refers to it, talking about Christian nationalism. Jews and other non-Christians are not conservative. He's saying that just about conservatism, Jews and non-Christians are not conservative because it is an explicitly Christian movement. Where is the other quote he has? He says, quote, "We are going to build a coalition of Christian nationalists or of Christians, of Christian candidates at the state, local, and federal levels, and we're going to take this country back for the glory of God. My policy is not to conduct interviews with reporters who aren't Christian or with outlets who aren't Christian, and Doug has a very similar media strategy where he does not do interviews with these people. He does not talk to these people. He does not give press access to these people. These people are dishonest. They're liars. They're a den of vipers, and they want to destroy you. My typical conversation with them when they email me is, quote, repent and accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. I take it as an opportunity to try and convert them." Yeah.
That's not all. There's a great quote at the bottom of this.
Yeah, I'm looking for the one where he's like, yeah, we're not going to kick them out. Go ahead. We don't want people who are atheists.
Oh, no. Not even that. Okay. Not even that. He name checked a prominent conservative Jew. In the quotes that he gave. Quoting now again, Ben Shapiro and other non-believers are not allowed to have a prominent voice in our movement because they don't share our values. They're trying to subvert Christian nationalism. Yes. Turn off Ben Shapiro. This is not a Judeo-Christian movement. Those two terms are actually contradictory.
I love it. Not because I'm an anti-Semite, but because, dude, we told you, they don't like your ass. They don't like you. You are a convenience. And when they gain enough power, they will put a bullet in the back of your head, just like everybody else. I don't understand why there are conservative Jewish people. I do not get it. For what? You think they are fans? Look, Ben Shapiro this week tweeted out. I responded as if he would ever read it. I got a little annoyed at his tweets. I was like, oh, fuck you, Ben. Like, he tweeted out that the founding fathers never mentioned anything about gay marriage in the Constitution. And I'm like, one, people pointed out expertly, I thought was great. There's nothing about marriage in the Constitution. So, like, the fuck are you talking about? Like, all right, then ban all of it then. Like, what the fuck? If that's your argument. That's a stupid argument. But he says this. No, it doesn't say anything about gay marriage in the Constitution. Okay. And I responded, I said, Ben, you're Jewish. They probably thought your people had horns and tails. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, why are you fetishizing a bunch of hypocritical slave owners who had a few good ideas? Like, what do you think George Washington was like, hey, I'm down with the Jews? Probably fucking not, dude. Like, one, were there any Jews over here at the time? Like, they were probably like, ugh, that's a different religion. No, dude, get the fuck out of here. Why are you jumping to support these people? It's like black people running to support conservatism, and it's like you're running to support not even conservatism. You could be a conservative. I don't care about that. But like quite literally supporting like almost what is clearly a white nationalist party at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
or just kind of having like originalist / libertarian ideas. Because like the fact that
like that shit don't apply to you.
There's such a thing as a black originalist in the court system doesn't
make sense.
Like, so, like you think you're three fifths of a person then? Like, is that what you think? Because that's what was in the Constitution originally.
Like, they don't think that, right? Like, they pick and choose the shit that they want. They take the full work of black people gaining that power and being considered equal, like under the law. They take that, even though that wasn't given to them. That wasn't ripped back from this country by liberals. We'll just take that. Oh, your ability to walk around, 40-hour work week, not be a fucking slave, all that shit we fought for. Oh, but the Democrats started the KKK. Yes, they were conservative then, and then the party switched. Anybody who has any sense of fucking political history knows that, right? But liberals fought for those things. So this idea that then you're like, nah, it's conservatism. I need to be alongside. Why? Why would you be in a party that promotes people using the fucking stars and bars? Why? What do you think the flag fucking meant? If they could go back to that time, you would be picking cotton, dumbass. I don't understand that. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Oh, well, those were the Democrats. Okay, then why are you carrying their flag then? Because it's the South. Like, pick one. Pick a lane. They can't because this shit doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Like, that's why when I see college and high school kids debating, like, prominent black Republicans, and they're like, what's Alan West? And someone's like, well, do you consider yourself black? I'm like, that's a stupid question. Call him out for his fucking viewpoints and how they don't make sense. Because I would.
Don't debate Alan West because he's not a serious person. Like that's the first. The first thing.
No, he isn't a serious person. But like, don't debate him on like, does he consider himself black? That's a stupid argument. Of course he considers himself black. I'd be like, your blackness is literally, your viewpoint is hypocritical to your blackness. Like, it's quite literally hypocritical to it. Like, call him out on that because he can't answer that, right? Like, cool, you support a party that supports the fucking stars and bars, right? Because there's no one else carrying the stars and bars who are liberal, dude. How do you fucking support that, right? It's the same thing. So, like, call him out on that. This guy, it's not a Judeo-Christian movement. I thought this is a Judeo-Christian country up until 5 minutes ago is what you guys have been screaming about. Right? Because you wanted the conservative Jews on your side.
This is another thing that pisses me off because, again, I don't need you to read the whole Constitution. I don't think it's too much to ask for you to read the First Amendment.
One amendment.
It's literally
boring gun one. That's the one. No, pew, pew, pew. That's the one I want.
Like, yes, the country was built on, on Protestant Catholics, essentially. Like, that was the whole fucking game. But they explicitly wanted to make sure that there was religious freedom for the reason that they had to leave England because they felt like one of the reasons was they felt like their religious freedom was being persecuted.
Right. They couldn't be fundamental enough. Right? Like, the Pilgrims left because they were like, yo, we're trying to be like super fucking lame. And look, that's their right. They can be super lame. But when, like, I feel like they shouldn't call themselves Christian nationalists. I think they should call themselves Puritans. Like, that's what you really are. You're not Christian nationalists. You actually want a puritanical society, like a full-on puritanical society. We'll talk about it because there's an interesting story about Obamacare that is crazy. It's crazy. But they're really Puritans, right? So like this idea of we want this country to be in this like small box, and this is all the stuff that matter. Like the Constitution quite literally says this shouldn't be that way. Yeah. But they don't give a fuck about that. They just do whatever they want.
No. And to get back to the original story, like it's unfortunate that this guy, that the Gab CEO, is merely a consultant for Doug Mastriano, because if this was someone that was actually like on his campaign staff, then to me, like as a voter, whether you're conservative or not, like this should be disqualifying. Like this sentiment is explicitly anti-American.
Yeah. I mean,
and having someone advising him that believes that, and Doug Mastriano apparently like is in that lane as well. Like he's a hardcore fucking Christian nationalist as well, as has been evident throughout this campaign. Yeah. And he's running against the Jew just to make matters that much more dire.
So let me read this quote. Let me read this quote from the same guy, right? This is the CEO of Gab. This is the quote I was looking for. We don't want people who are atheists. We don't want people who are Jewish. Just put it right out there. There we go. We don't want people who are, non-believers, agnostic, whatever. This is explicitly Christian movement because this is an explicitly Christian country. No, it's not. We're not saying we're going to deport all of these people or whatever. Yes, they are. You're free to stay here. You're not going to be forced to convert or anything like that because that's not biblical whatsoever. I feel like you need to read a book. Like,
I feel like there was this like small event that happened for like 1,000 years in the Middle Ages. Right. I can't remember what it was called or what the whole crux of it was, but it's on like the tip of my tongue.
Like that's a wild thing to say. Like, we're not going to ask you to convert or anything. Like that wouldn't be biblical whatsoever. I'm like, all right,
God, people in Europe were just like, man, we've converted everyone else around here. We need to literally seek out to find other people to convert.
Yeah, fucking Christianity 2, Crusade control. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Like, dude, to say that you're no proselytes and trying to convert people is madness. It's quite literally the example atheists use. Like, look how bad religion is. Like, it's the one. What are you talking about? But you're going to enjoy this is the like. This level of delusion is my favorite part of this quote. But you're going to enjoy the fruits of living in a Christian society under Christian laws and under Christian culture, and you can thank us later. Is that the part of the society where everyone has guns and there's mass shootings in schools and kids die? Because that one seems kind of whack.
And also, like, everyone's afraid, you don't want to have sex because there's no contraceptive, so you're afraid you might get an STD or knock somebody up or that kind of thing.
And so everyone's a virgin at the night of their wedding, and then Donald Trump comes in and declares prima nocta on your wife.
Is that also the society where like the town rolls itself up on Sundays and we don't get to fucking do anything?
Dude, I'm telling you, like, as crazy as all of this is, and it's pretty crazy, there are going to be places in this country, if this shit goes through, and some of it will, right? Because you just simply live in a red state and there's no stopping these fucking psychos. Mm-hmm. There's going to be places like they're no longer going to allow you to have alcohol. Porn is going to be illegal. Like, just regular ass American shit is just going to be illegal. Like, and weirdo shit. Like, we don't sell fucking fake meat, right? Because like Like, you know, it's like it's not America. Like weird shit is going to come down the pipe because these guys are so obsessed with like this like bullshit 1950s Americana and in this like crazy Christian nationalist stuff. Like that stuff will come. It'll come. And it seems silly to say that, but like, okay, like these red ass states are going to be a mess. They're going to be a mess.
The good news is, and I will preface this good news with my usual caveat is, understand polls for what they are in the moment. Do not take them as gospel or as a predictor of future things to come. But
gospel.
Josh Shapiro is leading Mastriano currently by like 12 points in a poll that was released today. So there's that.
All right, let's get on the Jewish train, man. Let's fucking do this. All right, yarmulkes for everybody. Fuck them up.
Pretty fucking stupid in a state as large as Pennsylvania.
Yo, I know. Yo, exactly.
To be exclusionary towards everyone except for fucking regular Christians, apparently.
Yo,
like you do realize there are lots of Jews, atheists, agnostics, Muslims,
there's
Hindi.
a lot.
Yeah, like there's all sorts of religions that live in Pennsylvania. I'm sure.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, I don't know like what the percentage is. I do know this past weekend I went to visit my Indian friend and his Hindi parents in Pennsylvania. So like, I don't know, man. Like they're there, dude. They're not all Christian.
Yeah. And again, I feel like also like you have two, you know, the two biggest vote getting centers in that state are Philadelphia and Pittsburgh,
right?
Both of which are big blue cities that have all the trappings of big blue cities when it comes to diversity and all that other kind of stuff.
But again, like, look, man, I just, this guy from Gab is fucking crazy. Like, he's crazy, well, dude.
He is the CEO of Gab. Yeah. I feel like that was baked into the cake before we got to the story.
Yeah, he is super nuts. So yeah, look, God bless, or not. Good luck. So shout out to Governor Governor Blood Libel, which is definitely probably going to happen. So I'm excited about it. Sounds great.
It's going to be super cool when you know regular Christian denominations just keep shedding followers because they're just getting more and more extreme, and there are a lot of people that do not want to go along for that ride. I
look. This is why this is one of the big things, because look, Chris Rock has a great joke. Like, whatever you think is like these white people doing something crazy, whatever. He was like, don't worry. He was like, the second they get like, we hate Mexicans. Mexicans are ruining this country. He was like, Jewish people and black people start listening. Then it's like, because hating on Jews and hating on black people, that train is never late. And guess what? Christian nationalism, if you think just because you're a black Christian, you'll be included, guess what? Here's a quote from a very famous person, Malcolm X. The most divided time in America is high noon on Sunday. Black people and white people are both Christians. They don't go to the same churches. They are practically different fucking religions. If you are black and you are a Christian, you ain't included in this shit. If you're Latin and Christian, you ain't included in this shit. If you're, Indian and Christian, you ain't included in this shit. This is for white people. What they mean to tell you is this is white Christian nationalism. This has nothing to do with any other color. This is not about Christian nationalism. This is about white Christian nationalism. And they haven't said that yet, but it's coming. Don't you?
And we know what that's why we say like they know exactly what they're saying. It's a dog whistle. Like not only does the word nationalist and Christian nationalist mean a very specific thing, but the word white is literally baked into that sentence.
Absolutely. Look, the guy Maddow did a whole thing about this. The guy who came up with Christian nationalism as a term, he was a massive segregationist. He was like, listen, we don't want race mixing and all that stuff. I was like, oh yeah, of course, because it's all in the Bible. Because Jesus was all like, yeah, fuck those brown people. Yep,
that's right. Lily white, pale skin Jesus out in the Middle East. That guy.
I quite literally had a friend who had two friends. They were very white. They believed for real as human adults educated human adults that Jesus was from Europe and went over there to like help these people. I was like, oh, you're bigots. That's cool. Like
he was literally born in Jerusalem, was he not?
no, like the white side of Jerusalem, like
the whole manger and shit. Like that's a whole that's a whole part of the deal.
That's like mad northern Jerusalem, Brad. Like,
clearly, the Baravian Plains, where
the Caucasus Mountains. What are you talking about? No, they hate the fact.
Baptized in the waters of the Rhine, like that's
like close enough. So yeah, look,
only 1,500 miles the other way. So.
Yeah, man. Some of your people are wild, Brad. Some of your people are wild.
They certainly are.
Next up, GOP lawmaker attended his gay son's wedding 3 days after voting against same-sex marriage in the House.
Well, it's got to be an awkward conversation.
No, probably not. His son already knows his dad's a piece of shit. Like, he's just like, whatever, I'm still getting married. The gay son of Representative Glenn Thompson, Republican from Pennsylvania, again, confirmed to NBC News on Monday that he married the love of his life on Friday, that his father was there. Glenn Thompson's press secretary, Madison Stone, confirmed that the congressman was in attendance, saying, quote, Congressman and Miss Thompson were thrilled to attend and celebrate their son's marriage on Friday night as he begun this new chapter in his life. The Thompsons are very happy to welcome their new son-in-law into their family. Look, that's great. That's a great statement. Got no problem with it. Why the hypocrisy? Yeah. Why can't you just vote in support of your son? Now, look, I'm going to give the guy a slight out. Not that I even really believe this. I'm just trying to be fair. You are supposed to vote based on your stupid constituents. Turns out your constituents are bigoted assholes. But at the same time, you got a son, You got a son. You got to go on the record, man. You got to go on the record. There's nothing in politics that would make me vote against the interests of my own child. It just wouldn't. I don't understand that. I don't know how, as a father, you can stand there and look at your son in this great fucking moment. You see him. You see how happy he is. You know that he loves this guy. You see that he's happy. You like this guy that he married. Everything's good. And you don't consider that in the moment when you vote against this 3 days prior. I just do not understand it. Okay.
I buy your argument about the fact that he's voting on representing his constituents, quote unquote.
Yeah.
I would be curious to poll this district to see how many of his constituents support the codification of gay marriage. I bet you it's a majority.
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
I don't know what district he's in Pennsylvania, but
let's see. Let's look up Glenn.
Given how pro gay marriage that topic has become, especially in the wake of it being, protected by the Supreme Court a decade ago.
Right.
I would imagine that most people are probably just like, yeah, whatever. Let them do what they want. Who cares? I
mean, weren't we told that if the government allowed gay marriage, it was going to destroy marriage? But like, it seems like it's fine. I don't know, man. My marriage didn't get destroyed. Like, I'm good. Brad.
And again, you and I are on the more extreme side of that argument anyway. Like I said, if they did away with the institution of marriage tomorrow, we'd be like, cool.
I don't give a shit.
It's all the civil union anyway. I don't really give a shit.
Yeah. Look, just fucking stamp civil union on my marriage certificate. It doesn't matter to me, right? Like, again, that is my attitude. Everybody gets a civil union. If you want a specific marriage, you can get married at your church or synagogue, if you will, Mr. Burns. And like, you do that, and you can call it a marriage. You can call it jumping the broomstick. You can call it fucking zippity doodah. I don't give a shit. Call it whatever you want. But it is a financial contract. That's what it is. It's a contract between two people, right? So why is the government, right? Republicans are, why is the government even involved? Cool. The government shouldn't be involved in marriage. The government's involved in civil unions because if y'all break the fuck up, we got to find out who gets who shit.
Yeah.
That's it. Right? Take care of
Congratulations, listeners. You've identified the most libertarian policy position that Jay and I hold. So.
But it's the most reasonable one. It is. Libertarians would probably be like, but then you have to have like a gun duel at dawn or some stupid shit. Right? Well, no, their attitude would be like, yes, civil unions, but you also get to marry a kid because they're creeps. All of them are fucking creeps. They'd be like, but there's no barrier on how young the girl can be. Like, always with the ages that they know off the top of their head, depending on the state. Well, in Pennsylvania, it's actually 14. You can get married. Like, yeah, I know you guys already know.
Yeah, why do you know that?
Like what the fuck is wrong with you?
Why is that information top of mind?
Well, I remember that like it was like a comic or something, and it was like it was like a libertarian talking to someone who's like, well, the actual age of it was like, oh, what's your political philosophy? And they were like, oh, I'm libertarian. And the person's like, get away from my child. Because they always know. Like, why do you always know what the age of consent is in every state? It's fucking weird, guys. But look, I mean, I think it makes the most sense. If you're talking about marriage should be between a man and a woman, look, if Christians want to say that, I don't give a shit. If the Christian nationalists want to say that is not a marriage, all right.
Yeah, then and to the point, if governments are out of marriage and governments just certify civil unions and Christians say, oh, we're not going to marry two people of the same sex, I don't know if I'd care that much. Like, as long as they have the avenue.
I quite literally wouldn't give a fuck. I wouldn't give a fuck. Because you don't have to get married by a preacher. No. You don't have to. Guess what? There are plenty of Christians who don't get married by a preacher. They just get married at a courthouse. Like, by the way, spoiler alert, everyone quite literally gets married by a non-religious person.
That is correct, because you're not married when you say I do. You're married when the government hands you back that certificate that you both signed.
So what does it matter? So the party and the circumstance and the pomp and circumstance and all that is just something you do afterwards. Okay, that's just, you do your thing. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't care. Like, it would literally change nothing about my relationship with my wife. Like, you could be like, well, you can't call her your wife. Well, you can't tell me what the fuck to do. Call my, again, I can call her zippity doodah if I want to. That's fine. It doesn't matter. But you get to call your spouse, wife, husband, whatever, and say this is a Christian marriage and it's ordained by God, blah, blah, blah. You fucking put the God stamp on it. I don't give a shit. But at the end of the day, you're still signing a contract with the government, dude. You are. So why do you get to sign? Because that, to me, that's the argument. Why do you get to sign a contract with the government as an adult and I don't? It has nothing to do with marriage. It is a contract that if we are together, you can change names and all that other shit. That's what it means. You can own property together. You can file taxes and stuff like that. Why is it that two men can't do that, but two women or a man and a woman can? That doesn't financially make any sense, because it comes down to finances is the real reason we do it. Mm-hmm. So that's a fundamental question. So knock down Obegerfell if you want to, but like, fine, gay marriage doesn't exist. Can I get a civil union? Yes. Is it equivalent to a marriage? Yes. In every way?
In the eyes of the state, yes. Yeah.
Then I don't give a shit. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, to me, like, whether you're married or not is solely a personal issue. Right? Like, because when they said, oh, people could get civil unions, they were not equal to marriages because they were not recognized across state lines and all this other shit. No, if a civil union and a marriage certificate are the same thing, I don't give a fuck. Yeah. I don't give a fuck. Like, who cares? Now, if you're a gay person and you say, hey, it doesn't matter to me that the names are different and stuff like that, it feels different in society, cool. I agree with you. I think everyone should have a civil union because I don't think the government should be involved in a religious like a religious event. They shouldn't be. So fuck them. Like, everybody gets a civil union. So yeah, this guy, man, look, again, I don't understand it from a perspective of having legislative power and legislating against my own kid. Especially a thing I support. It's a thing he clearly supports. He supports his son.
Ostensibly.
I mean, I guess he supports it, right? He was there, but I guess he supports it. I don't understand these people. Like, I just don't. Like, I think they're really fucked up. Like, just mentally, just really fucked up.
Okay, that's the end of the free portion for this week's episode of Look Forward. Make sure you go to lookforwardshow.com/premium. Sign up for premium content. It's only $5 a month or $50 for the full year.